sports. It's in the game.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're watching the Snowhawks, reigning league MVP. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Snowhawks and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Klein. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richards. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 2nd and 6. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one a first down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun. Klein. Short throw. Roberts with it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. But you look at this defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Now back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 77 yards.
And the Snowhawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Able to slither by, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. These two teams all tied after 1.
second quarter now. San Antonio in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. Pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Cherry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught by Fountain. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, it's likely a touchdown. But instead...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14 to 7. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing to start the drive. Klein dancing to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Back to throw. Klein. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards.
And the Snowhawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21 to 7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So finally, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to throw. Klein. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
From the gun on 3rd down, Klein.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, set, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Klein. Short throw. Roberts with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Klein.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Snowhawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he is the NFL leader in passing yards here in the penultimate week of the season as he looks to finish strong in order to capture the crown.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Snowhawks.
He'll look to throw. And Gordon's got it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start with a West Coast rivalry that's picking up steam once again. LA taking on San Francisco out at Levi's Stadium. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. The Rams trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's make the trek down to Southern California as we check in on the Chargers at home in Inglewood. And they've gone to the half with the lead over the visiting Bills. The Chargers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Packers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Snowhawks offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And as we play out the final stretch of games, he entered our contest here as the NFL's leader in receiving yards.
Incomplete into the hands of Fowler. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Snowhawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. 2nd and 1. Under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Klein.
And that is incomplete. The pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's into the clear again. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense had... And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now a hit and a loose football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Snowhawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to throw. Klein throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Klein. Short throw. Roberts with it. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Klein. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Looking to throw. Klein. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And taken right on the 30.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Come on, set.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go now.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
They'll run on 1st down. Cherry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Snowhawks.
Ready, set. Bronco 80. Set. Ready.
On 1st down, Cherry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Snowhawks are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
Extra point safely through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Klein. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hawk 7. Here we go, set.
He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Cougar 19. Set. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Cherry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
18 caught.
And goal at the Seahawks 8-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Ready. Set, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set up. Set up.
Throwing to start the drive. Klein. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
He may go.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.